Where do I start in this video? Folks, I'm going to go ahead and get right into it, man. This COVIDiot, Bud Crawford. And many of you don't even know why I call him a COVIDiot. Many of you don't know why I call him a COVIDiot. Here's the thing, y'all. You guys remember when COVID, at the height of COVID, okay? COVID was taking people out. I'm talking about taking people out. I'm talking about, just decimating our country. Had the country on lockdown, had the world on lockdown. And this COVIDiot, Bud Crawford, talking about, man, COVID ain't even real. It really ain't real. And you kind of think about, okay, well, he is kind of stupid. He don't really see a lot of the world. Okay, he's very sheltered. And then I'm like, no, Bud, you a stupid ass. Tell that to the wife that lost her husband. Tell that to these kids that lost their mama, their daddy, their granddaddy, their auntie. Tell that to these people that have had people die during COVID. And at the height of COVID, this idiot comes out on social media, oh, COVID ain't real. This dude, he does and says some of the dumbest under God's hot sun. And you have to sit back and you have to wonder, how can a person grow up to be, 35, 36 years of age and just be so damn stupid all the time? Just stupid. Some of the stuff he say, it's just, you remember the time when he said, Bob Aaron really got a good heart. Wait a minute, man. The man just said you boring. The man just said you can't sell. This man, Bob Aaron, been taking a dump on you since you started, being promoted by Top Rank. And I'm just like, what? And Bud Crawford done been on podcasts and interviews with people who are blatantly racist. Now, maybe in Bud's defense, probably didn't know they were racist. And as I suspect right here on this podcast with Henry Cejudo, I don't even know if Bud really know Henry's history. I don't know. Bud don't seem like the type of guy to just go in the background. So I may give him a small pass for being on this podcast. But Henry Cejudo's a racist. And I checked and I questioned Bud Crawford about going on Joe Rogan's podcast. I questioned that because everybody know. Now you got to be a rock. You got to be living under a rock to not know all the racial stuff that Rogan did. All of it. I mean, the darn 15-minute epitaph of the N-word by Rogan. Henry Cejudo's a racist. Called Aljamain Sterling the N-word. Now, I'm going to tell you. See, with me, and George Page used to always tell me, and shout out to my man, All the Rage George Page. He used to say, Coach, man, I don't even know why you support this dude. Coach, I don't know why you support him. I said, man, he's a good fighter. He got a swag. I like how he just presents himself. I used to tell George, I like Henry Cejudo. I like Henry Cejudo. George's like, man, please. Nah, man. Nah. I'm sorry. I can't deal with him. And George kept telling me that. And, I didn't listen. But then when I figured out, oh, wait a minute, this boy racist. And y'all know me. I'll support a fighter, but the minute I found out they're racist, y'all know I'm off the bandwagon. I'm off the bandwagon. It's a couple of fighters I done got off the bandwagon because they done said some suspect stuff. I can name some. Henry Cejudo's one. Andrew KKK Lee, Cyborg. I've jumped off those bandwagons because they said some stuff that just don't register. And I'm sorry, it's just not what it is. Or they're supporting causes that just, okay, if you not racist or you not bigoted, then why are you supporting these causes? So I pulled my support for these people. I don't care if they know me. I don't care if I built a relationship. But if you're supporting something that's anti-black and I'm black, I can't support you. Henceforth, why I can't support Kamaru Usman. I can't support him. This man been tap dancing for years. And it's like, when he not sniffing Dana White's ass, he's tap dancing to all these races. And then when he get on this podcast with Henry Cejudo, that was it for me. That was it, because the man. And Kamaru Usman He ain't slow. You in the MMA world. You know this man that said some racial stuff about black people. You already know he did. But you pick up and you do a podcast with the guy. This man ain't cool with you. This man ain't cool with you. This man has said some stuff. And moreover, when Ryan Garcia did that racial epitaph for a half hour, y'all know he did 2 of them. Guess who liked the video? Guess. Henry Cejudo and his niece Genesis Cejudo. Oh, they thumbed it up. They liked it. They liked it. You support anti-black, I can't deal with you. If you're anti-black and you support somebody who anti-black, then I'm anti-you. So Bud Crawford fixes his mouth to go on this podcast with 2 people who are definitely anti-black. And you say Errol Spence might not be in the Hall of Fame. Like, and then Bud starts saying, yeah, you know, and then he went over there and fought Kell Brook, who already had a messed up eye socket, already fought him. Bud, you fought him. You fought him after Errol Spence fought him. How do you explain that? You fought him after Errol Spence, Bud. Are you serious? You fought the same guy. But when you fought him, he had 2 messed up eye sockets. Because Triple G messed up the first one, and Errol Spence messed up the second one. So you fought him with 2 compromised eye sockets. I mean, you completely discredited yourself. And Errol Spence fought these top guys before you fought them. How do you explain that? He was already fighting top guys. And let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck. Had Errol Spence not have flown through a car windshield at 100 miles an hour, the fight against Errol Spence would have been a little bit more competitive. See, I've always said for years, I don't care what anybody tell me. I don't care. Okay? I always assumed that Errol Spence never 100% recovered from that. Guy, when you fly through a windshield at a high speed, I'm sorry. You're not the same person. And Errol, to me, never looked like the same fighter after that car accident. I'm sorry. So, Bud, you fought a compromised Kell Brook. Okay? You fought a compromised Errol Spence. Okay? Matter of fact, the first half of your career, you were fighting guys who you should have decimated, like Mean Machine. I mean, you got knocked down by Mean Machine. Remember that, Bud? You got knocked down by him. Gamboa put hurt on you. Like, what are you talking about? I mean, honestly, if you check resumes, if you actually check resumes, I feel like EJ resume probably may have been a little bit more tougher than yours. Now, when Bud fights Canelo, and if he beats Canelo, then there's no way to say that Bud Crawford isn't pound for pound better than EJ. I'm just saying, like, with the better resume. Because Bud seemingly fights some of these guys, and he fights them, you know, after the fact. After the fact. You fought a compromised Sean Porter. See, don't tell me that guy you fought wasn't the same killer that fought Keith Thurman. That guy you fought wasn't the same killer that fought Keith Thurman. Sorry. You fought Sean Porter after 20 wars later. That's when you fought Sean Porter. See, I can't take Bud seriously. I tried. I really tried. But then he'll go and say and do just some of the dumbest that you can think about. And then when you sit and you really look at how ignorant he is. I mean, God, doggy ignorant. I mean, he's more ignorant than the two. Because, honestly, Cejudo and Uncle Tom Usman, they don't have that extensive boxing knowledge. They're just kind of speaking on notes that they got from the internet. And I give them a pass for not really knowing the in-depths of boxing, okay? They're MMA fighters. Okay, they don't know the intricate details of boxing. And then, Bud, you get on this racist podcast. And you downplay Errol Spence? You didn't downplay Canelo. Yeah, and that's the thing, too. You tried to call Errol a weight bully, and you're fighting the biggest weight bully in Canelo Alvarez. You're fighting the biggest weight bully in Canelo. How do you explain that? You want to talk weight bully? You're fighting one next, stupid. Like, God, this guy's so stupid. I mean, damn, this dude, with that third grade education he got, do he ever think things through? I don't know if the guy ever think. I don't know if the guy ever do research. I don't even know if Bud read books. I don't know if the guy do anything, man. Like, it's like he just say something stupid, and then he starts smiling after he say the dumb stuff. Like, people don't know you just said something dumb, but you know you said something dumb. Like, just amazing, man. Now, I don't care if he get knocked out by Canelo. I'm going to be honest with you, okay? If Canelo beat him, I don't really care. And isn't there something, man? Isn't there something? Canelo, when all this stuff was going on with black folks and, you know, the whole George Floyd thing, y'all know Bud Crawford never made a statement about that. But Canelo did. Out of all the people you would think would make a statement, Canelo made a statement about it. Talked about how wrong that is. Like, what did Bud do? Over there huckabucking and dancing in the streets of Nebraska. Like, I think I've lost more respect for Bud now. I started to get some back. I started to get a lot of it back. A lot of it. Because, you know, I like the whole idea, you know, family man, black family, kids, his son wrestling, daughter, dominating track. Like, I'm like, okay, Bud is just a honest, he's a family man. But then he go out and he go to these podcasts and he start and it's like, have y'all noticed, why does this guy always get on racist podcasts? Why? And then the first person, when he get on these racist podcasts, he throw another black man under the bus every single time. Like Errol Spence was some kind of bump. Man, come on. Come on, man. Like, cut it out. See, I don't know, man. I tell you what, though. I tell you what, Bud may be this invincible fighter. He may be. Okay? But there's a reason now why Bud Crawford, he can't really sell, he can't fill up a ring, can't sell him out. He was never really a pay-per-view star. Yeah, you can say, well, he sold out, Omaha. Okay, Omaha, whoopity-doo. You sold out Omaha. But y'all know now why Bud Crawford not a pay-per-view star. Nobody really cares about the country boy, down home. Nobody care about that. Bud Crawford isn't very intelligent. He ain't very intelligent. He's a very intelligent fighter. Now, in the world of boxing, Bud Crawford is a genius. But I'm talking about just overall personality. Bud Crawford got a dry, boring personality. And it's like, now you see why people don't tune in. I mean, the man just says some of the dumbest stuff. Like, you look at him as this, fighter. And then, when you hear him talk, it's like you're disappointed when you hear him talk. I mean, you're just disappointed. You see this fearsome-ass fighter. I'm talking about this guy breaking people down and hurting them, knocking them out, making these guys stumble and bumble all over the ring. And then the moment this guy opened his damn mouth to say anything, you just like, hot damn, what the hell? What is this monstrosity of ignorance talking? What is it? But Bud always trying to please and, he always trying to appease these people, man. And these people, they don't like him. I don't understand why Bud don't get that the Canelo fans, they don't like you. They want to see Canelo knock you out. And even if you beat Canelo, they're going to say Canelo won. And even if you beat Canelo convincingly, they're never going to support you, Bud, because you are a damn covidiot. Just an idiot, man. I don't know. I just can't stand him now. Like, I can't, I was like, man, you ought to give Bud a chance, man. You ought to give, man, Bud ain't that bad. Bud, shut the hell up about Bud. And one dude told me, man, I was talking about, man, you won't say that to Bud face? Yeah, I would tell him. I would definitely tell him what I think. Now, now Bud attacked me. Now, what am I saying now? Am I saying I can go toe-to-toe with Bud Crawford? Hell no. That's a hell no, I can't. However, Bud Crawford, these guys that come out and y'all put these guys up against normal people on the street. Sometimes normal people on the street, well, they ain't got to go toe-to-toe with you, if you know what I mean. We don't have to go toe-to-toe with the likes of Bud Crawford. We ain't got to do that. Hell no. Okay, but I would still tell him exactly what I think. I wouldn't be starstruck by Bud Crawford. I'd tell him what I think. I would tell his ass exactly what the hell I think. And what I think now is what I just told y'all in this damn video. That's what I think now, is what I told y'all in this damn video. And this man, he has a history of saying dumbass stuff on racist podcasts.